Disc jockey. Disc Jockey News is celebrating the 12 days of Christmas with 12 amazing prizes you could win. Prizes include 10 free stock digital gobos from Projectogram, 6 months online music download service from Top Hits USA, an Ultra Pin Spot light and remote from Eternal Lighting, an illuminated DJ facade from Omni Systems, an easy pin pack spotlight package from Chavez DJ, a Mega Tripar Plus pack uplighting package from ADJ, 12 months online music download service from Prime Cuts, an iPad Mini 4 from DJ Event Planner, an MC4000 DJ controller from Denon DJ, 15 specialty video DVDs or drag and drop discs from Promo Only, 2 Laser Blade Gs and 2 Little Gs from Blizzard Lighting, and 2 EV EKX12 tops, plus a free pass to hear EV live at Mobile Beat Las Vegas 2016. To sign up, stop by DiscJockeyNews.com 12 days, and all prizes will be delivered in time for Christmas to be put under the tree. Best of luck, everyone.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to night 9 of the 12 Days of Christmas here from the Disc Jockey News. We've got MJ, we've got Jake Palmer, and myself, and we're going to be taking you on this wild ride to give away the Christmas Denon.
Woo! That's it right behind me. If you're watching this on video later on after it's recorded, we're making fun of you live right now.
And that's pretty much what we're here for, is to make fun of each and every one of you who aren't watching it live.
Yeah. I had my desk cleared off today with that thing just all over the place, plugging stuff in, trying stuff out. It got used today.
Nice. That's what we like to do. Like to get some hands-on experience with those things, because there's things we find out when we see these at shows, and then when we get them and then you find out that, you know, this isn't for every DJ out there.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird operating something that's brand new, because I'm used to stuff that's worn in. So like the volumes had a little bit of stiffness to them, like they're supposed to. And I was like, oh wow, that's what something new feels like.
You can't just flick them with your finger and they run right up.
It was that. They didn't static when you turned them up and down.
Nice.
So So tonight, guys, we're going to be doing the Denon DJ. You've already seen our sponsors, and again, they have been making this happen. We have had so much traction here in the last 3 or 4 days with people signing up and checking things out and sharing videos and sharing links and such. And I want to thank you guys for doing that. That's some awesome stuff, and it's really helping this to be a very successful kind of promotion for us, and of course, giving the sponsors some love. So thank you. MC4.
we got a lot of love to give.
I'm abusing the chat tonight. I feel like that. Those of you, and maybe that's who we're going to mock tonight.
It's the chat.
No, because they have a lot more power than I do. They will crush me.
There's more of them than you.
Yes. I'm a good typist, but I don't know if I can keep up with a lot of people typing. But anyway, so what's going on, John? What order are we doing this tonight?
Well, we're gonna chat a little bit, and then we're gonna draw, and then we can chat a little bit more, because we've got some things that are going on in the industry. We've had some big news come out this week on a few things, and I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit of those news items before we went into the drawing tonight. So for those of you watching, you guys can kind of get caught up on what really came through the channels this week. And Jake, this is probably, some of this will be new to you, but I think you're going to be able to give us some color on these things, and they'll hit in your wheelhouse pretty well.
Nice.
First off, the biggest news that came out in the mobile DJ market, we'll call it, is the combining of the people that put on the Las Vegas DJ show and the people who put on the Mobile Beat Las Vegas DJ show. The ADJ has now come, and they've worked out a deal where they're going to be helping sponsor the Mobile Beat show in March of 2016. Which, for those of you who kind of know the industry a little bit, the ADJA and Mobile Beat worked together for a long time, and then there was kind of a breakup, we'll call it, for lack of a better way to describe it, and they had 2 shows. And Mobile Beat was in February, and the Las Vegas DJ show was in September. And they continued that way for a period of time. Well, for the 20th, they've come together, And now
Nice.
they'll be doing that. And Jake, is someone who's been to the Mobile Beat show. You were there last year. Kind of give us your feel for someone who's never been to that show before. What kind of things, when you went in, just really kind of stood out and surprised you maybe?
Well, I think what surprised me most is especially when you get into the higher brackets of the bigger shows, a lot of what you see is a lot of the bigger name DJs and entertainers, especially the mobile guys who like to go to those shows. And for newer and younger guys, they can be a little intimidated probably by that. I mean, for a long time, our industry kind of had this, well, there's the average DJ and then there's the old boys network that kind of do things their own way. And when you got the Mobile Beat, you find out, it's just a bunch of great guys all together with one focused idea. So I think it's fantastic opportunity for young DJs that are up and coming and looking for guidance, ideas, that leadership and direction that they sometimes need. So that I thought was really awesome. What was great is the diversity also, is that, you might have every seminar was a little bit different, and they were all pinpointed, and they all had a little bit more of a different texture. Now, last year had more of what I would call a motivational feel to the entire week. But, whereas some years you get a little motivation and then you get a little hands-on stuff and you get a little practical issues. But it's just nice to have so many different opportunities to learn about so many different things. And I think that's really the important thing that people need to not overlook when it comes to making a decision whether they're going to go or not go, because it sounds so cliche, but, you get out of it what you want to get out of it. If you go there and you go, you're going to come home going, but if you go there excited and you go there wanting to learn and fired up and looking to get more motivated and looking to get, more information, you will, and you'll have an absolute blast and you'll meet fantastic people and it'll be a fantastic experience. It's like, it's like anything else, I guess.
Jake, I want to jump back in that. And MJ, I was just thinking as Jake was talking initially about the intimidation factor, that a person can go into that room, and especially younger guys might be intimidated by that. Thinking to DJ Expo, do you perceive that in the room at Expo?
Are you talking about the showroom or the
younger DJs that are intimidated by the older ones? And I know exactly what Jake's talking about, because there is a level of that happens. The guys who are there for the first time are seeing some of these, the names that they see online, the Randy Bartlett and Peter Mary and all these, some of these, Bill Herman type, they've heard of them and they've read about them, and now all of a sudden they're here, and there's this intimidation factor. I don't know. I guess I don't detect that as much at Expo. I'm rarely intimidated by anybody. You've seen me at the Expo, just walk up to, Jazzy J was last year, and I just literally he was there, and I'm like, hey, can I get a picture? It isn't a thing to me, but I do think it is emotional for new people. I can tell you, one of the first years I was there, I was posting pictures and, taking a picture, something, post it. And my friend Eric's like, we know you're excited, but could you please hold the camera still? It's all blurry. Every picture was because I was so excited. So, there can be both. Like I said, Mike Chilson probably would be the one to ask, because he kind of said that last year, both in Vegas and Atlantic City, that he kind of felt like all these people that he wanted to ask questions to, they're just hanging out there. So I don't know. Is that the kind of intimidation you're talking about? Yeah, I am.
I think back to that's kind of what I was leaning at. The intimidation factor, I think, is sometimes that when you get a group of guys together that have, when you get a group of, Peter Marys and Bill Hermans and Randy Bartlett's all in the same room in the same area together, they tend to congregate together because they have the same level of experience and the same life experiences and work experiences. And so they can relate to each other differently. Whereas when you have the younger guys, they're not communicating on the same level, and to break it down in the simplest terms, when you've got two DJs that are fresh out of high school talking about, sitting in a corner talking together, and they're comparing, what's better, Pile or Gemini, because that's what they can afford. They just they can seem a little outclassed when you got these guys talking about, I'm dumping my Bose because I just bought $7,000 worth of EV stuff. And it can be this kind of like this a night and day difference of like, wow, what they're doing is completely different from what I'm doing. And sometimes guys get so caught up in that, like, well, how can I do that they don't feel that. And it's not a negative shot on the clickiness of it, but you can also, the first seminar I ever went to was a was a Map DJs one. And I can remember in the hotel bar, there was a whole bunch of ADJ8 guys that just, and I remember thinking, how many DJs travel in suits? And these guys were all wearing suits and talking about their laptops. And I thought, you guys are hanging out in a hotel bar. Who are you trying to impress? It just seemed really awkward to me, that the way they had approached it. And I thought, boy, if a younger DJ walked into this situation, they'd feel intimidated and kind of, brushed aside, like, oh, hey, we're the big time here, kid. Why don't you move along? And I don't think that's the attitude that people have, that maybe was portrayed, or people thought was portrayed a few years ago, when a lot of these conventions, these expos first started up. And it was, it was more of a, you could have, I'm not saying it was an us and them, but I could see where a younger, more inexperienced DJ could have come into that, like, oh wow, I can't go over there. I'm not, I'm not in that caliber, or listen to those guys talk. I don't, that's not me. And I think that's all changed a lot now, and it is much more open. You still got to be forward enough to walk over and be like, hey, hi guys, what's happening? And they'll welcome you right in. So yeah. I guess that was kind of what I was getting at, if that makes sense.
No, I think
that's the weird thing with yeah, I'm gonna say that's the weird thing with the internet now, that like TV, you see famous people on TV and you see them out, you're like, ooh, but the internet, we're all just guys sitting in our basement or in our house or whatever, and they see us broadcasting this, and then they go, oh, there's that guy from that thing, and like, yeah, we're a dude just like you. That's there is nothing different. So I don't know. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I can relate a little bit, because, I'm sitting in my basement office right now, and I don't think of that way. And then the first time you get an email from, or, a text message from a guy in Australia who goes, I love your videos. I watch them all the time. You go, oh, wow. Maybe it's because when you don't think that way, like I am up here and everyone else is, it's hard for me to, it's not my personality type, obviously. So it's hard for me to sometimes realize, like, oh, wow, okay, I've been doing this for 30 years and this guy's been doing it for 3. There's probably something I can offer him, and I'm willing to do that and love to do that. And so it's hard to fathom that concept of, an us and them kind of a thing. And a lot of that too stems back to where, remember, back in like the early 2000s, when everybody, all of a sudden the upper echelon of DJ started going like, well, I'm going to charge $2,500. And all the other $600 guys were like, you're nuts. And so there kind of became this divide, if you're, where it was like the upper dollar guys and the lower dollar guys who had every excuse in the book why they couldn't be an upper dollar guy. And being part of that group was one of those excuses, I think. And as we all know, the ones that some survived and some didn't, and attitude, I think, has a lot to do with that. So
I think, I'm going to make sure I'm not muted there. I tend to mute myself a lot here. I think I kind of understand a bit, because like you said, I had, what's his name from Blizzard, Nick?
Yeah.
And he came up to me. He goes, hey, man, I really like your show. It's really professional. I like that a lot. And I'm thinking, this has got to be one of the smartest dudes in the business coming up telling me he's liking my show. And I'm just going like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think I can understand that in a way, because I think it was more that I was impressed because I knew he's not a person I could BS. So whatever I'm putting out there, it better be right, So yeah. I think that was what it was, more than like who he was. It was, I respected him and what he knew. And it was like, if he likes what I'm doing, so I must be doing, the technical side of what I'm doing. It's got to be right then, otherwise he'd be going, hey dude, that thing you said about that such and such, you were way off. I don't know. That's what when they walk up to me, because what's his name, Carl from In Music and Denon stopped me on the way through, and I was like, what's he gonna say now? Did he not like one of my reviews or something? He's like, oh, hey, how are you? I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's it's crazy when you look at it from that perspective of like, oh wow, people notice what we're doing. It also kind of comes back full circle in that, and again, it's especially with the expos and Mobile Beat and the conclaves and the virtual expos that John does with this Jockey News. All of those elements are there to help you learn and to make you bigger, better, faster, stronger. The bionic DJ, if you want to use them. And what's funny is that for the longest time, especially DJs, we've created this world that we live in, and it's kind of the old the BS walks. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If you, and what you find is that when you get into a situation where now all of a sudden you're surrounded by guys who really do know their stuff, who are the top people in the industry, if you've always been a BSer your whole life and you're that guy who's, you know, always told the stories but never brought the goods, it's hard to do that in a group of people who are like, well, wait a minute now, you know, I've been doing this longer than you've been alive and you're telling me what now? That's not going to fly. So I think that's where some of that came from, is you had these guys who ran these companies, you know, and inspired younger DJs, but then also inspired them in a negative way to think, you know, well, those guys are crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. And that's not what we do. And that's not, you know, that's not a real DJ kind of a thing, you know, and they really, you know, I mean, how many multi-op owners around the country that sit in their bathrobe on their front porch, answering their cell phone and smoking cigarettes and hiring the kids out of high school are going to look at somebody like a Bill Herman, for example, go, well, that guy's not a DJ. You don't want to listen to what he says. And Bill will be the first to tell you, you're right, I'm not a DJ. So, you know, you want to talk, great. But yeah, you know, I actually heard Bill, of all people, at the virtual expo. We were talking between sessions and he said, I know how to make money as a DJ. That's easy, but I'm not a DJ. I'm a performer. What I do is different. And that's kind of what, you know, bringing it back full circle, that's kind of what a lot of this stuff is that you take what you want out of these expos and the mobile beats and the conventions. You take what you want out of that and use it to make yourself into what you want to be. There's nobody stopping you, but ultimately you have to do it at the end of the day. You know, what kind of DJ do you want to be? What kind of an entertainer or performer do you want to be? And then figure that out and glean the information from the people and use the tools that are available. And people like us and John Young and everyone else, we're putting those tools out there for you. All you have to do is grab them. I can't think of anybody I've ever seen on one of these episodes with John and everyone else that has ever said no to anybody who's emailed or texted or called and said, hey man, I have some questions. You know, would you rap with me for a few minutes? And none of us are going to say no.
I say no to John all the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, yeah, but that's the John. That's different.
I'm like, come on, dude. It's 10 in the morning. I am not up. Why are you sending me messages?
No, it's 10 o'clock our time, and you're an hour ahead. And to kind of fit with that Jake, when you're talking about people and not turning them down, today was an interesting day because I ended up with 4 phone calls, and Jimmy was the first one here this morning, but they were calling because last night's show we talked about Facebook advertising. So I had 4 people calling and Facebook advertising. They're talking about that a little bit, and then I had one more call. Two of the 4 calls were also talking about DJ event planner because we again talked about that last night. So I was on the phone whilst doing route this morning for most of the route, answering questions, which was fine. It's just when I'm on Thursday mornings. For those of you who don't know, my wife runs the local newspaper, and to get me away from the computer, I go and I'm a 40-some-year-old paper boy.
Outstanding.
But it's nice to get out.
You went to college, right?
I did. I'm a very well-educated paper boy.
You are.
Do you have the dual baskets on your bike, or do you have the bag that you carry over your shoulder?
I've actually got the little hybrid car that I can drive around with, so that way.
He's a Chris
Throw him out the windows. He drives.
He's a Chris Farley movie in real life, is what he
pretty
is.
much, yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah. Your mom's gonna yell down the steps any minute, isn't she?
Big guy, little jacket. Okay. Sound came back on. Guys, we're sorry about the connection tonight. It's for some reason YouTube just and the video coming in because I've got the feed coming in from the guys. That's actually all mixed somewhere out in cyberspace, and then it's a video feed coming in. That feed has been beautiful and Strongwell just as pretty as it can be with the 3 of us on it. It's the stream going from my computer out, which is generally a YouTube issue where YouTube just all of a sudden had some hiccups. So
the internet is not perfect.
No, it isn't. And what we can do is we can upload, because they were having some great discussion there, and we can upload this video that the whole you guys will get to see the end of it, which looks like it's holding pretty well now. So yay!
If you've ever been to where John lives, they have like 2 squirrels that run the power company.
Exactly.
And if one squirrel gets tired, you're in trouble up there.
Well, it works pretty good if we have like the front squirrel's a female and the back squirrel's a male. Then we have it goes pretty well. We made a mistake about a week ago. We put the male, we had a male go for a squirrel in front, and then we had a male in the back, and it turns out that wasn't as effective. So
that didn't work out.
You're saying in your life the girls don't chase you?
Come on, dude. Look at me. You think there was any girls chasing me? I got lucky and landed landed my wife, and I had
You
to.
hit the lottery.
I won that game.
You know, MJ, when you get to be our age too, you stop chasing them too.
Wait, I'm older than John. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, he's
What?
Yeah.
Older than John.
Wow, you're old, dude.
Yes, man.
Oh, yeah, same-sex squirrels. I know. As buttery as I was saying that, I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna be offending someone with this one. I need to get out of it somewhat tactfully. We haven't.
So okay, we've offended gays, so we now have to offend straight people to atone for that.
Yeah, no,
Make fun of me. Why not?
I'm just gonna stay out of all of that. We're gonna.
Well, see, we have to pick someone each night to offend. Last night was lawyers. In case you didn't miss it, we were offended by we were
being offensive. Let's see. The other thing that came out this week, and I don't know how much MJ you got a chance to check on that, but the DJ, which DJ for those of you who aren't familiar with it, is a Macintosh solution for playback, and they've got their apps.
both. Yeah, they're primarily
primarily Mac. I don't think they can do tab.
Yes, they can.
They can do Mac. Can they do Droid?
Yes, because when I had the thing we're giving away on the Rewind report, the Reloop beat pad, I ran it off of both my Android phone, my Windows computer, and my old Android tablet.
Wow, I guess I'm mistaken. So I believe what they released though, the DJ Pro for the iPad is strictly iOS.
Yeah, they haven't released that version of it for Android yet. So correct.
Okay. I didn't get a chance to look at it too much, but a couple of things that was really kind of cool about it. And the guys from DJ, what's kind of neat about it is that we've spent some time talking to them and giving them some feedback on what we liked and what mobile DJs would be interested in. And of course, the guys from DJ are coming from a club version, so that's why you're seeing them doing 4-deck on an iPad. Which, of course, if you've got the new iPad Pro with the processor and you've got the big screen and such, those 4 decks that's going to be awesome. Even on a regular size iPad.
I run 4 decks every night I'm out. So.
Yes, exactly. So, from my standpoint, again, I'm running, Winamp, so I'm running, half a deck.
Another Megaseg user. I shake my.
He shakes his head in shame.
Shame.
So that was definitely and a great.
Watch us get a sponsorship by Megaseg here soon. I have to shut my mouth.
Yeah, exactly. You'll have to be the one that does the video.
Oh, and ask me to do a review of the Megaseg. This is the new Megaseg Pro. Sorry,
see, we've been actually that's one.
Sorry, I'm
for the people who use Megaseg.
derailing this from a good point of a good software.
You mentioned the Megaseg Pro. This is something that those who do use Megaseg have been clamoring for a long time. Is the next generation, which is ideally going to have some of the different capabilities that Virtual DJ has and Serato. It's just hasn't gotten there. Really, what we're looking for is the sync button.
Don't go there, John. Holy crap! Dang.
You ever use it? That thing is cool. You just push it.
Everything happens, and then I can just sit back and just keep going.
It's right through with auto mix. It's awesome.
Yep. I can grab this knob on channel 5 that's not being used and turn it. It's great.
Good stuff, man.
I'm going to back out of this for a minute and type things onto the internet.
We're buffering again.
Yeah, we're buffering again.
Let's get our drawing going. We'll wrap things up, and then we can upload the real video.
Roger Dodger. I do have a show yet tonight, so.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, but it's, no, I don't start till 9, so I got plenty of time.
Okay, so let's jump in. Let's jump in and talk about then tonight. We're going to be giving, of course, we mentioned the MC4000, and then of course we've got tomorrow night. We're going to be doing the music video to this from Promo Only, 15 DVDs or the drop and drag discs. That'll be coming tomorrow night. Saturday we're off. Sunday, Blizzard lights. We've got 2 of the min lasers, I believe, the laser blades.
G and the mini laser blade. Actually, they are the laser blade G and 2 little Gs.
Little Gs. I mean little. But that will be Sunday night, and then Monday we'll be back. The whole group will be together for a Monday night chat, and we're going to be doing the speakers and the pass to Mobile Beat. We'll be doing some Electro Voice EKX. We've got the 12Ps. Mine are right over there. Which you won't be getting mine. You'll be getting real ones. I mean, new ones. Yeah, that's what I want to say. And that'll happen Monday night. So let's get the drawing going. We've got, let's get that. I pulled the list just before we started tonight. And everything is set there. So
do you need a drum roll or anything? Or
we are going to need a drum roll. Yep, I've got to pull the number as far as I got to do the random thing. Okay, number is 1462.
Woo! Oh, sorry, that's not a
Down.
Am I eligible? I don't even know.
1462. If you didn't register, you're certainly not. Tony Mitchell from Mansfield, Ohio. Tony, you are the winner of tonight's prize, which is, of course, a Christmas Denon right there.
It's an all-season Denon. After
it really is.
Here in a couple weeks.
It really is. You can use it for other things too, but it is pretty for a Christmas Denon. So
I saw that and I just kind of had to do that. So if you haven't seen my video, go to YouTube or my Facebook page or Disc Jockey News and look at my Christmas Denon video that was shared by Denon DJ, and then subsequently copied by someone else today.
Yeah, with an NV.
Yeah.
You can tell you made an influence in the industry when people are copying.
Yeah.
Copying you.
I'm I don't know what am I? That would be I'm a motion GIF. I'm a moving motion GIF inspirer.
Yeah.
4 years of college for this.
That's what we that's what we did, man. 4 years. Good stuff. Guys
got screwed. I hope it was an inexpensive state college.
I was lucky. Yeah.
I was St. Cloud State, so that's what.
There you go.
You get what you pay for, I guess. And
yeah, I make a joke that I'm a DJ and I went to college for 4 years to get a piece of paper that I don't even have hanging up in my house.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of
lose some DJ credibility if you hung it up. People are like, "Whoa!"
What I hang? I don't know if you can see here. Denon needs to they give me a lot. I'm not complaining because Denon. Right now I have probably 8 pieces of Denon equipment in my house right now, but that's a Denon piece of equipment in front of a 2005 Denon poster hanging right below a Denon certification because I'm a Denon certified DJ. I like to brag about that, even though it really doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing.
Wow.
I sat in on a seminar and they put my name on a list.
See, that's precious.
I like it. That's what I'm more proud of than the college degree is that thing.
You got that going for you.
But I drove 6 hours to get there.
Well, guys, I think we'll wrap things up really because we're having YouTube, and I want to get the real one uploaded because we had some good talk in the beginning of it. And I want to make sure the guys can get that. So
awesome,
Jake, you're off to go show tonight and do awesome things. Indeed. And MJ, you're going out to go see more DJs tonight.
I don't know what I'm doing tonight. Don't know. Clothes at this point. I don't know.
Sounds like Battlefield 4 to me.
Been a strange week, so who knows? Someone said they went to agricultural school. Is that what that says?
No, law school.
Any lawyers there? We're not going to offend
law enforcement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, work in agriculture.
Any law enforcement for sure. I promise you that.
Yeah, no, we don't like to upset the law enforcement guys.
Yeah, not even for fear reasons. I do it out of respect because I was always taught if you don't respect the man, at least respect the uniform.
Yeah, and we've got Jake and I've got some friends of ours that were in that, and have got some stories that
make your head spin.
Yeah. So we before we knew you had that respect for that, but after you have a whole new appreciation when you get to sit down and have a beer with a police officer and they start telling you some of the stories. So
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Thank you very much for watching tonight. If this is your first time of watching it, we've got the prize winners are all listed out on. You go to discjockeynews.com/12 days, and yes, that's the sign up form. But you go down. I've been updating that each day, so you can see who the other winners were. So if it's a friend, you can then see and say, "Hey, can I borrow your whatever?" They won. That's always a great way to do it. But we're gonna.
I better sign up quick before Monday.
Yeah, you better get on it because Monday's the big night, the big prize.
Three more prizes left.
Yep, and we are just about done. It's been a great event, and we thank you guys because your involvement's really what made this happen and really come together. So, gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for being on. This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News. You got MJ from DJN TV, and you've got Jake Palmer from, what are you from, Jake?
Party Sound, I guess, is what
Party Sound. I was wondering.
Is that a town or a state?
So when you ask yourself, what sound does a party make? Think of me.
You said you're from Party Sound. Is that a place?
Yeah, it is.
It's just the name of my company, but it could be a place.
Oh, it's late lagging humor.
Yeah,
we're not very funny up here in Minnesota.
No, especially
45 degrees. Like I'm wearing shorts to my show tonight because it's that nice.
Wow.
Okay, we got to see those pasty white knees.
There you go. And on that note, John, I definitely think we should go.
All right, thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Bye-bye.
The Disc Jockey News 12 Days of Christmas are sponsored by Projectogram, Top Hitch USA, Eternal Lighting, Omni Systems, Chavez DJ, ADJ, Prime Cuts, DJ Event Planner, Denon DJ, Promo Only, Blizzard Lighting, and Electro Voice.